Hey guys, yeah, so I promised you, to tell you the story, yeah, about the one time where I met that guy. What was his name? Oh, the guy that was like, I can't think. Oh yeah, that fucking Ray Charles. so, so there was this one time I meet that Ray Charles, and like I walk up to him and I was like, "Oh man, what are you doing?" And he was like, "I don't know. What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Dude, I'm the fucking JUDYBEAR, right?" And there he is, and he's just fucking sitting there. He's like looking all to the side, and I didn't know, like, I thought maybe he thought it was too fucking sunny in there, so I'm like, "Ray Charles, I'm over here." And I snap my fingers and shit to get him to look in my direction. And so there I am thinking it's like too fucking sunny in there. And so I'd say, "Hey Ray Charles, why you got them goggles on your face?" And he starts doing that bobbing and weaving shit. And he was just getting the fucking going, man. I was just like busy watching him. So I said, "Hey Ray Charles, can you calm down? You're making me dizzy." And he says, "Okay, okay." And I said, "Oh, well, thank you, Ray Charles. I was wondering if I can get your autograph." And he was like, "Yeah." And like this fucker, like he's looking straight and he writes all these dots on a paper. I don't know what that dot shit's supposed to be. Like, how in the fuck can I read that? They're just bumps on paper. Oh, so I'm mad, and I'm getting mad because I want that real Ray Charles, what do you call it? The autograph, yeah, from his pen and stuff. And so I say, "Hey Ray Charles, I'm a fucking miracle worker." And he says, "Oh yeah," and he's over there and he's still doing that bobbing and weaving and that fucking bobbing and weaving shit. And I say, "Yeah, Ray Charles, I bet you $2,000 I can make you see." And so he's like, "No, no, you can't." And he's like, "I got my special glasses on," and I'm like, "Yeah, man, I'll help you see." And so he was like, "Okay, well, how do you do that?" And I said, "Okay, Ray Charles, you gotta sit still, right?" And man, like everybody was looking at me like I was an asshole or something. I don't know why. It was just too sunny for Ray Charles in there. That's why I had glasses on. So I I pulled my hand like real back, like back this fucking far. And I'm like, "All right, Ray Charles, here comes the miracle," and fucking kapow. I hit that old fucker right in his glasses, right? And he gets up and he's like, "Oh shit." I was like, "What happened, Ray Charles?" I was like, "Do you see them stars, motherfucker?" Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And then that's how me and Ray Charles, we became friends. He thought I had a good sense of humor. And then after that, he called me to his house one day. You believe that shit? And man, he had like all this flour and stuff on his counter, and for some reason it was all nice and lined up. And he was like, "Hey, JUDYBEAR, do you like that flour?" I'm like, "Well, my mama said that I'm only supposed to, smell the daisies, the good ones, the roses, the stuff like that, Ray Charles. What is this?" And he's like, "Oh, it's some good flour." I was like, "Okay, Ray Charles." So there we are, like smelling this flour all like, off the table and shit. I didn't get what the fuck it's supposed to mean. And so we did that for a little bit, and next thing I know, I started feeling kind of woozy. And so I felt a little weirded out, and I said, "Ray Charles, you want to play a game?" And he was like, "What are we gonna play, JUDYBEAR?" And I was like, "We should play that fucking peekaboo." Right? And so he's like, "Okay, okay." So I walk up to him and I tap him on the shoulder. I said, "I'm right here, Ray Charles. Now you count to 10 and I bet you can't see me, motherfucker." Well, I had to get him back for getting thrown out of that autograph session. And he was like, "Okay." So there he was. He said the one and then the three and then like the seven and then like 10. Here I come. And he's like, "JUDYBEAR," and he's all yelling for me and stuff. And like after saying it for like 10 times, I just get fucking mad, and I'm like, "Ray Charles, this isn't fucking Marco Polo, asshole." And then he had this stick thing. I don't even know what the hell it was for, but then he fucking slapped me. And I didn't know what the fuck to do. So I went home and I cried. And that was pretty much my story about making that Ray Charles guy. And if anybody knows him, just tell him that he's an asshole. Thank you.